Good evening, Tottenham fans. Tottenham are in crisis. I've just found out that Bentancur is going to be out for 3 months with a hamstring injury. And on top of that, Richarlison went off with a hamstring injury as well. Kudos is off for 2 months. Bergvall's going to be off as well for a spell. Then we've got Kulu Madison now already a long-term injuries. Solanke's just got back from injuries. We don't know how long he's going to stay for before he eventually gets injured again. Paratici is going to be leaving as well after the transfer window. Thanks, mate. We supported you for 2 years and now you decided to leave us as soon as we gave you a job. Why would Paratici care who he brings in this transfer window? Because when he leaves, the accountability leaves with him. So it's an absolute shambles for Spurs. Spurs are in crisis. We're literally a year or two away from being the next West Ham. And coincidentally, that's our next game. If we lose the game against West Ham, I'm honestly frank out, and I just don't know where to go from there. It's going to be a very, very difficult month, especially the month of February. We've got some really tough games, especially if we don't get results against West Ham and Burnley coming up. We are going to massively struggle, and I would not cross off a relegation battle. If West Ham beat us and seem to turn it around, there's no reason why they couldn't catch us, and then we'd be in huge trouble. All this is happening, and ENIC are still asleep. Not one word from ENIC, not telling us anything. Where's Vinay? Remember in the summer when we had all this, we want to compete on all 4 fronts. We want to challenge for the Premier League. We want to challenge for the Champions League. We want to be a world-recognized club, and we've got huge ambitions. Where is all of that? It's literally a few months ago you said this, and now the shit is hitting the fan and you've disappeared. The fans are fuming. The fans are sick and tired of the lies. Why should we suffer all the time because you don't want to do anything? You don't seem interested at all. ENIC are not interested. We have to ask ourselves a question. Why are they not interested? If you was such an ambitious company, if you were such an ambitious people, you wouldn't allow Spurs to be languishing in 14th and not take action regarding manager, regarding players, regarding signings. You're doing absolutely nothing. And doing nothing is worse than doing something. Like you're doing. I cannot believe. I cannot believe where we have fallen to. We've absolutely fallen to. And I was praising Spurs for having a good half. That's how far we've fallen. I didn't even realize it until I looked back at it and I went, wait a minute, I'm happy that we had a good half. We still lost the game. We still went out of the cup. We're out of the Carabao Cup. We're out of the FA Cup. We're out of the Super Cup. We're 14th in the Premier League. I thought you wanted to compete on all 4 fronts, ENIC. We're not doing any of that. We've regressed. And my biggest fear now is we thought last year it couldn't get any worse. Anyone but Ange, I heard last season. Now I'm hearing anyone but Frank. What if the next person's worse than Frank? And it's not unfathomable that could happen. We could get a worse manager. Then we could regress. What if the next manager comes in, the players don't take to him, they don't really like him, they put in poor performances, the fans turn on the players, and it becomes even more toxic? You know it can get worse. People keep telling me, sack Frank and everything will be fine. It's not always like that. So the reason why I don't think just sacking Frank will change anything is because I don't trust Johan Langer. I don't trust Paratici. He's going anyway. I don't trust Vinay. I don't trust Charrington. I don't trust ENIC to make any decent appointments or make any decisions that will improve this club. We're just regressing. And is ENIC's secret plan? Is their secret plan is to keep as much money as possible and then sell the club? Is that their plan? Do they not want to spend? Do they not want to invest in this club? Because it feels like they don't care. And for me, Levy was just a scapegoat. They were running the show. Levy was a scapegoat. Ange was a scapegoat. Poch was a scapegoat. Conte, Jose, they all tried to warn us, but we didn't listen. Now look at us. This is the worst I've seen us since the 90s, and we almost got relegated in the 90s. People were saying we were too big to go down. I don't believe that for 1 second. We are not too big to go down. This is crisis for Spurs. It's a simple fix. We can fix this. We all know what to do. We know what we need in the squad. We know how to elevate these players into another level. We need a couple of midfielders in. We need a left winger that can score goals. I think Tell's playing really, really well, but he needs someone to rotate with. We need a ball playing midfielder. We've got a left back in, but he's 19-year-old Brazilian from Santos that no one's ever heard of before. We don't know how good he even is. Johnson's been sold, so we've got another 35 million in the bank, but ENIC is still silent and asleep. Takai's gone out on loan, so that's 2 players down in the squad. We haven't even added anyone apart from Sousa, who is same age as Takai, so we just placed like for like there. It's an absolute shambles. It's an absolute shambles. How can we keep going on as fans, keep going to games, keep watching them on telly, keep having that little bit of hope inside, but knowing the people that own the place don't care? They have no ambition. They don't, honestly. We've got to get it in our heads that this board is, they will try and do the bare minimum to save as much money as possible, because I don't think they even want to be here, but they don't want to sell cheaply. I don't think they've had an offer high enough that they want to sell for. Otherwise, I think they would have been gone already. But even that, if we sold ENIC, that still doesn't mean the problems are gone. Selling ENIC just means we could get an even worse owner in, and that could turn us out to be even worse. Look what happened to Man United. They've regressed massively since changing owners. So things can get worse, things can get better, but it's, for now, for me, it's a risk I'm willing to take now, because I'm fed up of ENIC. I'm fed up of the way that fans are fed up with the way they put the prices as high as possible for the working class people. I'm fed up of them seeing this stadium as a concerts for Formula One, for boxing, but they don't care when it comes to the actual reason why that stadium's there, and that's for Tottenham Hotspur. This stadium is Tottenham Hotspur. It's not boxing. It's not Beyonce. This is Tottenham. And if you're not going to appreciate that and realize that this is what the fans are paying for, this is what the fans are giving you, then you need to piss off out of our club. You need to go, because we're sick of you. We're sick of your lies. We're sick of everything that you tell us and lie about. You told us in the summer, we're not going to buy any more 19-year-olds for the first team squad. We're gonna be concentrating on experienced players to improve the first team. Again, another lie. Like, you can't stop lying. It's like it comes natural to you guys. I just don't know what's going on. We none of us know what's going on, because ENIC won't come out and speak. Where's Vinay? Vinay was on the screens all the time in the summer saying this, that, and the other. We want to push on. We want to become a top side. We want to challenge. What are we challenging for? We're challenging for relegation at the moment. We've actually, since you've had those words with us, we've got worse. And if your plans are not going to plan, you need to tell us a new plan, because it's obviously not working, is it? Thomas Frank is a problem. I agree. He is a massive problem. But so are some of the players, and so is the board. So is ENIC. There's every cog in this machine is not working. Every cog. There's not a cog in this machine that does work. When Frank was at Brentford, everything was working together. Everything, from the cleaner to the cook to the management staff to the manager to the board to the for the scouting team, everything aligned. Here, Frank's come in and everything doesn't align. So you can give him that benefit of the doubt of he's not used to things not working, because he's come in and everything's a shamble. He's probably thinking to himself, What the hell have I got myself into? And he's not the first manager. If you think Frank's really bad, you thought Ange was really bad. I got told Conte was really bad. I got told Mourinho was boring. I got told Poch is not a winner, so he needs to go. I've got told this about every single manager. Can it always be the manager? Is it always the manager, or is it ENIC? ENIC doesn't care. Look at the crisis we're in now with players that we need. We had gaps in the squad already, didn't fill them. Sonny left, didn't replace him. Johnson's left, didn't replace him. Injuries to midfield, haven't got anybody in to help. We've had injuries up front, nobody came in to help there. The recruitment is absolutely dreadful as well. And I just don't think we're going to survive in this Premier League. If this goes on like this for another year, we will be in a relegation battle either at the end of this year or the end of next season. I promise you, it's only going in a downward spiral, but it's a simple fix. Invest, show ambition, show you want to win, but I just don't think they do. I just don't think they do. I don't think they want to win. And if you've got owners that don't want to win or don't care if they win or not, because they're just going to sell up anyway, we're in huge, huge trouble. Let me know in the comments what you think of ENIC. Do you want them just gone now? Do you want a refresh? Do you think Frank is just the sole problem of this club? Or do you think the players are just not good enough? And is that down to recruitment? Thank you for watching, and come on, you Spurs.